Spirit of the World is presented by Multicultural Arts Geelong, a program of the Geelong Ethnic Communities Council.
Kimbani Bari Wathuarong, Kijaranij, Jinjin Bao Waranij, Bana Wirinij. This is Wathuarong country. Welcome. Let us talk together and learn in peace.
The Geelong Ethnic Communities Council is a regional body responsible for the development, management, coordination and promotion of ethnic services in Geelong. Spirit of the World is presented in conjunction with the following supporters. Professional artists worked with cultural groups to develop performance skills and facilitated a celebration of the richness of spirit and culture found in the Geelong region. The cast travelled on a journey of cross-cultural collaboration in bringing Spirit of the World to the stage.
Ik weet een heerlijk plekje grond waarop die molen staat.
New dances were choreographed as part of the cultural partnerships developed by the artistic team. Fifteen cultural groups explored the basic needs of love, food, safety and shelter, inspired by Maslow's basic hierarchy of needs. With a cast of 320 performers, the project has become a fantastic vehicle in raising awareness and acceptance of cultural diversity within the broader community.
I remember in, say, grade 2 or grade 3, when people would ask me, oh, where are you from? Because I was little, I suppose I was a bit confused about who I was and where I did come from because I was Turkish. However, I came from Bulgaria, but I wasn't Bulgarian. So when people asked me, where did you come from? I used to say Turkey because I used to think, oh, well, I'm Turkish, therefore I must come from Turkey. And then they used to, of course, make fun of that and say, oh, Turkey, gobble, gobble, and we have you for Christmas and stuff like that. So that was a bit hard in the first few years of primary school. But then when I got into high school, it wasn't so difficult because of the fact we had other people from different countries at the school as well. So it wasn't that bad once I got into high school. There was actually more people from overseas than there were from Australia, so we didn't get picked on quite a lot.
I felt that the comment that they make, they don't quite understand, and maybe they haven't been educated and they never realized that they will make those comments were racist, you know. So, but look, I understand, that's not a problem. But you know, people got to be aware that, you know, I come from a very hard country, and when I come here, I work very hard for what I earn and for my position that I am in at the moment. And nothing comes easy, and I never take anything for granted, basically.
The feeling of being isolated from the other people and the feeling not be able to speak a proper language, it would actually frustrate me to the point where I can't say. Well, I was fairly angry because you can't understand the local language, the local expressions, and when the people do make joke, you're by the time you sort of, back in the old days, used to convert it to Croatian and back to English, and then think of the answer and then back to English, the joke will lose momentum, and there's no comeback for it. And yeah, of course, the joke is on you, and it would happen quite frequently. So there was a frustration not being able to speak properly.
If I had stayed in Bulgaria, I know I wouldn't have been able to have an education. Recently, I completed a diploma of business at the Gordon. I know if I was in Bulgaria, I probably would have maybe just gotten past primary school, maybe not even gotten into high school, because of the fact they can't afford it.
I felt the Australian culture, my children go to school and they would understand the culture very, very well. I think the hardest thing for me is to teach them our culture and keep on with the culture as well as a mother tongue language, which is Vietnamese. And I feel that I may have difficulty, you know, teaching the culture basically.
When I was little, I didn't even have a doll. I remember we were poor, we didn't have anything. My parents couldn't buy me anything. I didn't even have any birthdays until I was about 7 years old when I came to Australia. That was the first time I ever had a birthday in my life. So in contrast to that, my daughter's very lucky that she didn't go through the things I did, and she's very lucky that she has everything that she wants.
Definitely, we speak Vietnamese at home. We do not speak English at all because, I mean, at school, the kids, I mean, they speak English already. So, and that's the only way to learn.
At the beginning, I didn't like anything, nothing. Like, what is this? I mean, but you found in Australia, most of the food is from all over the world, and you find so much different. I used to eat we used to go to a restaurant and eat, and I said, what is this? I can't eat it. And then now I love it. Yeah, it's just to get used to different things.
Not very a new place like is today, or the garden is not that nice like today, but they have a more factory, more employees. But today is very poor in employees because it's no more factories around. What is the only Ford's company? And what else? Nothing.
We really like coming down to Paca Festa because you can see all the different nationalities, all of these different people express their dances, their culture, and the way their countries have been sort of growing and over the centuries. Or my kids love come down to the Beka Festa simply because they see the Croatian people are dancing, and this is stuff they already know and they can sort of relate to.
Fantastic showcase of the different ethnic groups around Geelong, and for us it was a real buzz to be part of that and to perform in front of people who were interested in where we were from and what we had to express. It was, I think, pretty exciting for us at the time, and we learnt, a bit of acting skills and performing skills at the same time, and we basically walked away from it feeling like we were able to express ourselves in the community.
I think the Beka Festa gives the ethnic communities quite a good chance to express themselves. I know I participate every year. I take my daughter along, she loves it.
They make a lot of food. It's Italian food, Italian cannoli over there. It's a lot Italian food. It's beautiful. We always been involved. I used to dress with my costume, Sicilian costume, and go, in the parade. I'm a bit too old now to do that.
Beka Festa, I only just show up and spend money, really.
Geelong community has quite a multicultural face that most people probably wouldn't know until they visit Geelong and get to experience that themselves.
Everybody with white skin, and that was different. And yellow hair, blonde, red hair, I just couldn't understand. And so big, yes. But happy, but really, really happy.
The work that I do now, a lot of the people that come through our office I've either gone to school with, or I knew their sister, or it's like a family bond. You know everybody. Whereas overseas, everyone's unfamiliar to you.
I'm in Australia. I'm not Greek, because I'm not living in Greece. I just gone to Greece just for few months, just to sit there because I like it.
We like Geelong very much because it's a beautiful city, nice and quiet city. And there was a lot of opportunity. They have a lot of factory. You can go and work anywhere you want to. And the clean is beautiful in Geelong.
You can do anything in Geelong, in Australia, for instance. That's one of the things that I found. You can develop yourself, which I didn't have that in Chile because there was so much repression, and you couldn't do that in Chile.
I just love Geelong. It is great, the sport and everything else, and the people is just great.
It helped me to understand, to see the bigger picture, to do more things that I wanted to do more courses, and my kids now picked up on the fact that Daddy still goes to school, so they wanted to follow the same path of doing things.
I was a little bit torn, I suppose, between the people who I grew up with in Jakarta as to my family and new friends that I have here in Geelong. It was tough, but I realised that it was something that I had to go back to complete my high school, and also look forward to starting my own family here.
Geelong is improving shops today, in gardens, things like that. It's changed a lot, Geelong.
So when I came back to Australia, I was very, very happy that I did come back.
because I like the Geelong because the Geelong is very close to the water. I like to see the water. That's all.
Geelong, it's a great place to live because from here you can go everywhere. You can go to Lawn, Torquay, Melbourne, and just go back to Geelong, and that's your place.
I'm very happy to live in Australia. I will never go back.
Yeah, I consider myself Australian because I've been here learning the culture, the language, and having my family still talking in Indonesian to me, I think has just kept me grounded. But in terms of how I socialise, when I work, yeah, I'm Australian.
I have kept a lot of my culture. We still do hold on to our religious beliefs. So every year we have Ramadan, and in that time you have to fast from dusk till dawn. So at 4 o'clock in the morning you get up, you have something to eat. You're not allowed to eat anything until 8 o'clock that evening after the sun has set. No water, no food, things like that. The whole idea is to cleanse you spiritually as well as cleanse your body.
Australian culture is great, but our culture is also great in a different ways, and I like to keep our culture.
My custom from Italy, I didn't change much in that. The